Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano. In U.S. news, 3 Los Angeles elementary school teachers accused of giving children portraits of O.J. Simpson, Dennis Rodman, and RuPaul to carry in a Black History Month parade have been removed from their classrooms, a school district spokeswoman said last week. Children from other classes at the school displayed photos of more appropriate Black role models such as Nelson Mandela, Harriet Tubman, and President Obama. The incident occurred 2 weeks ago at Wadsworth Avenue Elementary School in South Los Angeles, where the student body is more than 90% Latino. The district superintendent placed the teachers, who are all white men who teach 1st, 2nd, and 4th grades, on administrative leave last week, while an investigation is conducted. The issue was brought to district officials' attentions by the Los Angeles chapter of National Association of the Advancement of Colored People after the organization received a complaint 1 week ago. Chapter President Leon Jenkins said, "They are not the people we want our young people to emulate or believe. These people represent the best of the African American community. It's hard for the NAACP to believe this was a mistake," Jenkins said. Simpson, a former American football star, is serving a 9-year prison sentence for robbery and kidnapping. He was famously acquitted in the murder of his ex-wife and her friend. RuPaul is a drag queen performer, and Rodman, a former basketball star, has gained notoriety for bad boy behavior on and off the basketball court. Leon Jenkins said he is calling for the teachers to be fired.
Thanks, Angie. In today's tech news, in the emerging world of ebooks, many consumers assume it is only logical that publishers are saving vast amounts by not having to print or distribute their paper books. Publishers largely agree, which is why in negotiations with Apple, 5 of the 6 largest trade books have said that they would price most digital editions of new fiction and nonfiction books from $12.99 to $14.99 on the forthcoming iPad tablet. But publishers also say consumers exaggerate the savings and have developed unrealistic expectations of how low the prices of ebooks can go. Printing costs may vanish, but marketing and royalties are still very much so in effect. Just how much does it actually cost to produce a printed book versus a digital one? Publishers differ on how they account for various costs. On a typical hardcover, the publisher sets a suggested retail price. Let's say it's $26. The bookseller will generally pay the publisher $13. The publisher pays about $3.25 to print, store, and ship the book, including unsold books that are returned to the publisher by booksellers. For cover design, typesetting, and copy editing, the publisher pays about 80 cents. Marketing costs average around $1, but may go higher or lower depending on the title. Let's not forget the author, who is generally paid a 15% royalty on the hardcover price. For the big best-selling authors, the author's advance might be so large that the author effectively gets a higher slice of the gross revenue. Now let's look at an ebook. Under the agreements with Apple, the publishers will set the consumer price and the retailer will act as an agent, earning a 30% commission on each sale. So on a $12.99 ebook, the publisher takes in about $9. Out of that gross revenue, the publisher pays about 50 cents to convert the text to a digital file, typeset it in a digital from a copy edit. The author's royalty is calculated among some of the large trade publishers as 25% of the gross revenue, while others are calculating it off the consumer price. At a glance, it appears that the ebook is more profitable, but publishers point out that ebooks still represent a small sliver of a total set of sales, from 3 to 5%. If ebook sales start to replace some hardcover sales, publishers say, they will still have many of the fixed costs associated with print editions. Moreover, in the current print model, publishers can recoup many of their costs and start to make higher profits on paperback editions. If publishers start a new ebook's life at a similar to that of a paper book and reduce the price later, it may be more difficult to cover costs and support new authors.
Nothing is sexier than a strong, toned body. And nothing builds great bodies better than a genuine Bowflex home gym. Because only Bowflex home gyms have Power Rod technology, the secret to getting a strong, sculpted body fast.
I was absolutely seeing results almost immediately.
I love the results that I've seen.
It's probably the best home gym workout I've ever seen.
Call for a free DVD that shows how to get the results you want faster than you ever thought possible.
You can't diet your way to a body like this, but in just 20 minutes, 3 times a week, you can be a stronger, sexier you.
Have one delivered for $0 down and pay as little as $10 a month. Call now for a free DVD that shares the Power Rod secret of building a strong, fit body.
I think women with muscles are beautiful.
Those are Bowflex guns, that's right.
To get a Bowflex body, get a genuine Bowflex Power Rod home gym. Get started. Call now.
Thanks, Brandon. In today's entertainment news, Tiger Woods' caddy claims he's mad at his boss and wants everyone to know that he didn't have a thing to do with Tiger's cheating ways. Steve Williams has been Tiger's caddy for 11 years and told New Zealand's 60 Minutes that the scandal has been the most difficult time of his life because every single person believed that he should know or did know about Tiger's cheating. Williams added, "I knew nothing. I don't have to clarify or extend that answer. I knew nothing." Mr. Williams claims he would have blown the whistle had he known what Tiger was up to. He told 60 Minutes that he's still furious with Tiger. The caddy isn't turning his back on Tiger, saying, "When you're a true friend of somebody, that's when they need your support the most. Tiger's one of my closest friends, and he needs my support right now, and I never think of walking away."
Thanks again, Angie. In today's green news, using fossil fuels in vehicles is better for the environment than so-called green fuels made from crops, according to a government study by The Times. The findings show that the Department of Transportation's target for raising the level of biofuel in all fuels sold in Britain will result in millions of acres of forest being logged or burnt down and converted into plantations. That study, likely to force a review of the target, concludes that some of the most commonly used biofuel crops fail to meet the minimum sustainability standards set by the European Commission. Under the standard, each liter of biofuel should reduce emissions by at least 35% compared with burning a liter of fossil fuel. Yet the study shows that palm oil increased emissions by 31% because of the carbon released when forest and grassland is turned into plantations. The renewable transport fuels obligation this year required 3.25% of all fuel sold to come from crops. The proportion is due to increase each year and by 2020 is required to be at 13%. The DFT commissioned E4 Tech, a consultancy, to investigate the overall impact of its biofuel target on forest and other undeveloped land. The EC has conducted its own research but is refusing to publish the results. A leaked internal memo from the EC's Agriculture Directorate reveals its concern that Europe's entire biofuels industry will be jeopardized if indirect changes in land use were included in sustainability standards. A senior official added to the memo in handwriting, an unguided use of ILUC would kill biofuels in Europe. Europe hopes to protect its biofuel target by issuing revised standards that would give palm plantations the same status as natural forests. Officials appear to have accepted arguments put forward by the palm oil industry that palms are just another type of tree. A draft of the new rules obtained by The Times states that palm oil should be declared sustainable if it comes from a continuously forested area, which it defines as areas where trees can reach at least heights of 5 meters. Clearing rainforest for biofuel plantations releases carbon stored in trees and soil. It takes up to 840 years for a palm oil plantation to soak up the carbon emitted when the rainforest it replaced was burnt. The expansion of the palm oil industry in Indonesia has turned into the third largest carbon emitter.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.